All right, please give my other channels a chance. Please give this channel a chance by considering channel memberships and or super chats. All right, so Aaron is in jail. And to be fair, this was only hours ago, and okay, none of this makes any sense. So the mods of Uranus. It's not Uranus, guys. It's not Aaron Smith-Levin himself. It's the mods of Aaron are putting out a call for money. We'll put aside, and I'll show receipts for all this stuff, guys. For the channel members, I try to go the extra level, give more juicy stuff, but consider this kind of a hybrid because this is usually what they get, but I'm going to be really explicit with receipts. So, and again, Social Blade is not God. These are estimates. But he makes an estimated 80,000 per year. 80,000. Meaning if you go, well, maybe that's overestimated, go down a couple, what, 50 to 60,000? Also, you have to remember, Aaron has all this huge backlog of material, right? All those Tom Cruise videos. Some of this material he does not make, right? I'm not going to go into a whole rant about how he's misusing the copyright system or abusing things, or he's just a fascist, evil, echo chamber moron, or whatever. Guys, some of this content is not even his. He's literally put up Scientology content and monetizing it. He's put up documentaries he did not make. So he's literally earning things he didn't even produce. Because, you know, my copyright neutrality, copyright fair use. He's literally stealing content blatantly. Doesn't care. So he's making money from that. So by all accounts, he's actually making more money than he should from the system. So there you go. Also, you look more and more into it. Where do they want the money? It's give, send, go. Now, again, I want to be careful. Don't want to make an illegitimate, fallacious argument, but give, send, go has become very notorious for, well, not as we're putting it, Nazis. So, and again, there are many legit reasons not to do GoFundMe, but, and again, I'm going to do a brief. We all love Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is notorious. I'm not saying this is bad, but Taylor does pick people on GoFundMe and is very generous, gives tens of thousands of dollars to various people asking, right, for medical aid, hospital bills, other charities, so on and so forth. So, two questions. Why would a Ronis who likes money give up the Taylor Swift money? Right? Why would he not even do a GoFundMe? And the reason is because what he's being charged with are violent crimes. So the way I understand GoFundMe, and by the way, I'm going to be totally upfront that I may need to do a GoFundMe because I do have some medical expenses. If you've been a longer time subscriber, you know I've gone through some medical issues. I'm trying to think, yeah, I think I passed the, I don't want to even say anniversary, but basically I got severely injured. I will take some responsibility, basically. I made a grievous mistake. I was walking to a job, and it's kind of familiar with the area, but it was really, really not late at night. It's like really early morning, so it's still extremely dark. That was just the job. Really early morning to morning. So anyway, anyway, I had a major injury. And there you go. Been struggling with it and the bills. Okay, so there are some categories the GoFundMe will be like, no, that is not legit. Because of what Aaron is doing, you can raise money for cases. You can raise money for a lawyer with GoFundMe, as far as I know. But what he's being charged with are violent crimes. So violent crimes, hate crimes, good or bad, like Nazis. So if they try to raise money, GoFundMe is like, no. Really trying to raise money on the pro-Nazi forum. And again, you might say, well, Gifts and Go is not. No, Gifts and Go is very clearly tilted to the right. This is where the very far right, again, not making a normative judgment, I'm just saying empirically, this is where those people go, the far right extremists, the Nazis, neo-Nazis, fascists, go there to raise money. This is empirical fact, guys. Shiloh, remember Shiloh, the infamous woman who was caught in the park screaming at some young black kid, calling the kid the N-word. Yeah, that's her. And she went on the Gifts and Go and made, I think, quite a killing. I think it was at least between $500,000 to $1 million. So there you go. So it is what it is. It is money. However, thinking through the obvious. So the Church of Iran is just like, you need to help Iranians in fighting the churches and the evils of the fascisms and the blah, 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 blah. Well, clearly, if you're trying to raise money with Give, Send, Go to get out of the GoFundMe restrictions, anybody with a brain understands this. Also, Aaron has the money. He doesn't need legal help. He has the money, quote unquote, to help his family. He doesn't need help to feed his family. So none of this is true. None of this makes any sense. And by the way, the fundraising is very deceptive, saying get the right legal representation. Guys, Aaron has a lawyer, but apparently that's not good enough. We need a super powerful Johnny Cochran lawyer. We need a lawyer who, frankly, will break the law and get Aaronis out of jail. They want a really rich, scummy lawyer who will save Aaron. Explicitly. In fact, he admitted this with the Maryland conversation, saying, yeah, I need that lawyer. I need a lawyer who I paid the money, guaranteed I get out of jail. Guys. So he's blatantly, covertly admitting, yeah, I'm guilty, but I don't care. I need to get out of jail because, rich and famous. It's interesting. I'm thinking to myself, a fascist cult with rich celebrities who try to get away with committing crime, and when they get caught, yeah, that sounds very familiar. That sounds very, very familiar. Oh, yeah. But anyway, and again, I see some of the audio problems because I usually do this in more controlled circles, but I'm just so angry. I'm like, really? Really? You are asking for more money. Guys, he's already gotten tons of money in jail. He's already gotten tons of money. Doesn't need money at all. We have a country, we still have like mass starvation. We have literally children are going hungry. I hate to be the guy to put myself in. Yeah, I need money. Like various people need money for food bills, medical bills. Aaron is not that person. And he'd be, oh, guys, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. And by the way, I want to be fair, it's apparently some Jennifer woman who's organized. Why isn't Jenna organized? Why do they even need to ask money? Jenna has money. Natalie has money. Marilyn has money. Why are they even asking for money? None of this adds up. None of this makes any sense. So, again, it is what it is. I do believe there's a certain basic human right to exchange. So if you're crazy or dumb enough to hand over the money, that's fine. But don't label it as we're helping the peoples and the black people and the revolution, and we're just helping peoples. No. This is just a greedy, ugly grifter scam. That's what this is. That's all this is.